Hi, and welcome to Let's Talk About Writing. And today we have a special guest, my friend Richard. And Richard, as I do every time I have a guest, I will just let you do your magic. So if you
Okay.
can, if you can just introduce yourself a little bit.
Sure. I'm Richard Rieman, and I'm known as the Audiobook Wizard. I've actually done the wizard voice in a few audiobooks and also a game taken directly from Harry Potter. Harry, so good to see you, Harry. You know, I gave your parents their wands. So I had the wizard voice down, and I decided that, and Gary Barnes, actually, who we both know, Mr. Business Entrepreneur, suggested that I use that in my marketing. So I became the Audiobook Wizard. And beyond that, I started to create videos. Well, what I found, I was a guide for blind skiers, so I had many blind friends. And I also volunteered for Learning Ally, reading books for the blind. And they said, you know, there's a gap in the audiobook world. Children's illustrated books are not being made into audiobooks because without the pictures, it's just like a long poem. It doesn't have the full effect, the full impact. And 90% of blind children are not learning Braille anymore. So they need to have these books described to them, the pictures described, audio description. So I created a nonprofit, Imagination Storybooks, and have created over 200 illustrated books with audio description of the pictures. And then for the videos, for the deaf community, we added sign language. So bottom line is we have a channel on the Described and Captioned Media Program, dcmp.org, and that's where tens of thousands of blind and deaf children, their parents, and their teachers get free access to over 200 of the videos we've created.
This is so amazing. Like, seriously, I'm impressed. So good. So good. So important.
And what I've discovered is that it is easier to show than tell. So, if I may play a short excerpt of what I'm talking about, a video with audio description, I think I've got that. Let's see if I can share.
Yes.
Okay.
I would love
And
to see that. Oh, wow.
all right, there's a
Because
movie
we have
too.
no idea. I really, oh, my book. I saw my book.
Yeah, yeah, we'll go to that one next. That
Yeah. No,
the
it's really important because we don't, I'm an author, and I really don't, I understand the concept, and I think it's really, really important, but I have no clue how it looks. So I'm super, super happy to see that now.
Okay, great. And let's play a little excerpt here. Ricky the Rock that couldn't roll.
Oh, wow. Hmm. Wow. Oh,
So
wow.
that is actually the person doing the audio description is my daughter, Erin Riemann, who is also a narrator. And so we describe all the pictures, and it becomes a different experience. People enjoy it who are sighted, and also, anyone who is, basically has no disabilities at all. But what we've noticed is because we show one picture at a time, one illustration,
Mhm.
and describe it, and then the next one and describe it, and the next one and describe it, that children with neurological issues can follow this more easily than they can an animation or something that moves very, very quickly. So autistic children and sensory processing disorder children, they all can enjoy these videos.
Oh,
And
wow.
thanks to the authors, they allowed me to donate 100 of the audiobook versions of these books
Oh, wow.
to the National Library of Congress. And their player for the blind, the Bard player, the blind audio reading device. So children have access through that also to these books with audio description.
Wow. This is really, really incredible. Wow. I love it.
Well, it's just, and so far as I know, we're the only people doing this. I've contacted many publishers about, make your books accessible by, even if you just want to do the audio version with the descriptions. And they're very happy that I'm doing it. They don't think they'll make a lot of money from it. So bottom line is they're leaving it up to me to raise the money to create these versions of the books. But I haven't given up because
Don't. Please don't.
we did the accessible Winnie the Pooh, which based on the original book that was in the public domain, and it is the best-selling version of the original Winnie the Pooh audio on Audible.
Oh,
We made thousands of dollars in royalties from it, and we're showing publishers, hey, there is a market for this, what the
oh,
pictures
wow.
describe. And, our blind audio editor and producer and narrator, Tristan Snyder, who's been blind since birth, said that, he never really knew what Eeyore looked like because he was just described as a donkey in the book. And they don't describe him at all in the movies. So
Absolutely.
the first time he got a full description of Eeyore
Oh,
and Owl and the other characters. So yes, it's very special. It's my passion, and I love doing it.
yeah. And we are so, so lucky to have you as an author. I know this is so important. And about the uh, telling and explaining the picture, I know that authors and publisher, we are always teaching and saying to people, show, don't tell.
Yes.
So we are stuck with the show, don't tell. And I really think it's really important. But then when we are finished writing, we can go back to the tell,
Yeah.
and it's totally okay. We need to be open-minded, especially for a so important cause. It's so important to have that. Yeah. So thank you.
And after producing hundreds of children's illustrated books into audio and video, I decided to become an author myself. And I wrote The Day the Clouds Went Away about a
I have it somewhere
nearly
here.
blind princess
Oh,
and her guide owl, Iris, and her fumbling, bumbling wizard, Fumbledore, who bears a slight resemblance to someone that you know. And so
okay.
that's the story. She wishes the clouds away because she doesn't want it to rain on her birthday, and
Mhm.
discovers that clouds are very important. And then the sequel is The Day the Bees Went Away. So that's being illustrated now.
Oh, wow. Borrow friend Barbara, or
Yes, yes, Barbara
okay.
Auseric is illustrating that for me now,
Y-
and so we're going to do a whole series of books about things that go away that we don't want to go away. So
Yeah,
that's my plan. But you know, being an author, I got a totally different perspective. I
absolutely.
understand how you and the people who may be watching this, how hard it is to really not only get the idea, but put it on paper and into the computer and find a great illustrator. Really tough to find someone who has the vision that you have about the book. And Barbara Zarek is certainly excellent. She's in
It's
Great
amazing.
Britain and amazing. And so I feel very lucky that I've been able to become an author too.
Hmm.
And I've gone beyond. And let me know if I'm talking too much.
Now you
Uh,
know. Go
I
for it.
just go on and on.
Go for it.
Beyond making the books accessible, I think it's critically important that everybody be able to promote their books as well as possible and in as many forms as possible. And one of the things that I'm doing now is creating music video trailers. But they're instead of just animating the characters, which is typical in a lot of the trailers, I'm telling the story, taking the pictures and creating a song that goes with the story. So I'd like to show you a couple of examples of that. Let's share the screen again. And if I can get to back to where I was, let's see
Yeah.
here. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Where am I? Come on. There we go. Saw Ricky the Rock.
Yeah.
Oops. Where am I? I think I lost your book.
You lost my
No.
book.
Oh no. I'll have to
It's
show a
okay.
different one. Woofy and the Magic Lint Ball. Here we
Yeah,
go.
let's do that.
Let's
It's
do this
totally
one.
okay. I already know mine. So I don't know if you're supposed to be. I'm supposed to be in song, no?
Yes.
Mm. Yeah. So I don't know why we cannot.
You can't hear the audio?
No.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
let's fix that. Gotta fix that.
I wasn't
Um,
sure for a moment. I'm like, "Ooh."
yeah, no. Let's make sure. Up. Yeah, didn't press the right buttons here. Okay, let's get this right. Speed of technology. It's great when it works.
Oh.
Goofy. Goofy was a stuffed dog, quiet and sweet, sitting on a shelf, no friends to greet. Day by day, he watched them go, but he dreamed of a world he didn't know. Mm. One day, Siggy came with kindness to share, took Wuffy home with love and care. Holly hugged him tight, her dear little friend. Wuffy knew right then, adventures would begin. Oh, Wuffy, Wuffy, with your magic nose, a hero's heart in every place you go. A little gray dog with courage so strong, finding adventure all day long, with a lint ball gift upon his snout. Wuffy could feel his magic sprout. When trouble calls, he knows what to do. Off on a mission, brave and true. Oh, Wuffy, Wuffy, with your magic nose, a hero's heart in every place you go. A little gray dog with courage so strong, finding adventure all day long, with Holly's love and Jack's big grin. Wuffy's adventures begin again. Through every quest, near or far, Wuffy's a hero our little star.
There's the author,
Yeah.
and there's the place to buy the book.
This is so amazing. Oh wow,
So
I love it.
yeah, I mean it's basically, the story of, most of the story of what Woofie's all about. And these trailers are, easy for the author because they just give me a PDF of the book and I take it from there, and I use several computer programs to create it. Nova's Wish over here has over, I believe, 4,000 views now on Facebook and on the Reels on
Wow.
Facebook. And she for Nova's Wish didn't have the book ready yet, so I just used a lot of the publicity pictures that she had on her Facebook site. So I was able to do it with the existing pictures. But even more than that, I can take a whole illustrated book, especially a rhyming book, and I won't play the whole thing, but I'll play some of Patrick Picklebottom.
Yeah.
I've only one penny
The
and not one.
Here is the entire book with captions in a song. The lyrics are from the book.
Young Patrick Picklebottom, who was always so poor, had only a penny when he entered the store. He walked past the candy, some toys and a ball, to the one thing he wished he could buy most of all. Unable to purchase and resigned to just look, he longingly gazed at a dusty old book. "Would you like to buy this?" asked an elderly man. "I'd like to," said Patrick, "but I don't think I can. I've only one penny and not one penny more." Then he hung his head low and turned toward the door. "As it happens," replied the kind-hearted gent, "this book only costs a single red cent." "Thank you so much," Patrick said to the man. Then clutching his book, he turned round and ran, anxious for home to bask in the glory of his amazing new book and its incredible story. He had made it 3 blocks when he saw.
So it's basically the entire book, and then at the end,
Oh
of
wow.
course, we show people, where they can buy the book
Yeah.
at Okubees.
He dream of adventures, and of
What?
course there'd be many, from a book
Oh.
that he bought for a single red penny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a book by Jay Maletsky, who runs one of the major groups,
Young Patrick.
and that's two of his children that he dedicated that book to.
Oh
We
wow.
can also do dedications as part of
Oh
the
my
videos
goodness.
too. Yeah, it's just, and I've been able to do a lot of these different music videos that that really, once again, add a different dimension to the
Yeah.
books.
Yeah.
Now, can you take a non-illustrated book, just a typical nonfiction or fiction book, and do something like this? Well, yes, actually. All I need is the description of the book, and we can create, it'll probably be stock photos because, the books don't have the images inside unless they do, which of course we could use. But I can also create these music videos for any book.
Oh wow. It's incredible. So we played my song in the Saturday morning, and actually people were like, "No way, you actually have a song!" I'm like, "Yes, I do have a song." That
And the
was
songs
really,
are very catchy, and it's great to have a book you can sing along with. So I'm
yeah, it's
glad
so
that
funny.
glad you were able to show that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was really incredible. Like, oh my gosh, she has a song. I'm like, yes. I didn't do it. It's Richard, but yeah. I don't
Yeah.
do that kind of stuff, but yeah, but yeah, it
Yeah.
was really incredible to actually have a song. Like it's really, really amazing. And I do love, as an author, I really love that opportunity to expand to more, more and more reader and no matter what are, circumstance. How do you say that in English? Circumstances? I don't know, but anyway,
Circumstances, yes.
thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, marketing books is so difficult that it's great to be able to stand out. And on Facebook, you can put these in as reels. And a lot of
mm,
people like to, they'll just automatically pop up in people's
okay.
Facebook feeds. And, if they see a picture of a cute puppy or the opening cover of a book, chances are they're going to click on it and hear it. And, once again, we have that call to action at the end to buy the book. And I'm also really making sure that the authors of illustrated books, getting back to them, realize that when they create an audiobook version with description of the pictures, I have a partnership with Dreamscape Select, which means wide distribution. We put their book on Audible and 50 other audiobook platforms, and they get the royalties from all the sales of the audiobook version. And the audiobook version is on their book page on Amazon. So, click for a sample of the audio. So I'm pushing authors of illustrated books to make these versions which are accessible, and also every child now can hear an illustrated book when they're riding in the car or watching on a computer. All of a sudden they can hear the audio versions of these books, and they make sense because all the pictures, as you could tell, are richly described.
Wow. This is amazing. So, do you think that for the next book I need to do like simple illustration?
Well, it just, the illustrations, vary. Some are just, beautiful. I'm very proud of my book, the way it's illustrated, and to turn that. Uh, let me show one more
Yes, of
sample.
course.
This is, if I can get to it, let's make sure the sound is on. Okay.
Yeah. I want to
Yeah,
find mine.
yeah, we'll have to find that before I'm done.
Yeah.
But
I'm just so
I was
proud
going to
of it.
show,
I'm like, oh wow.
I'm going to show you. This is an audiobook, so you'll hear the pictures described.
On the cover, in a room with a small tent pitched on a blue carpet, a boy lies inside on his tummy with headphones and a tablet, listening to music. Colorful musical notes fly in the air around him. The
So
walls
this
of
is
his
the
room are
audio
black and
describer.
painted with white stars and planets. A stuffed penguin wears headphones. A pillow is decorated with bright planets. Behind a red beanbag chair, the window shows a full moon in the night sky.
So this is the
The
next
title
page.
is Alexander the Avoider, a sensory processing disorder story by Nicole Philippone.
Alexander was a little boy with a big spirit and an even bigger heart. He loved his mommy, daddy, and sisters very much, and he made sure to tell them all the time.
Alexander lays on his daddy's back on a couch and hugs him around the neck.
Alexander especially loved giving hugs and kisses, but not always receiving them. Sometimes he would get really anxious and push people away, even his mommy and daddy.
On the floor, on his knees, his daddy reaches out to Alexander, who motions him away.
But he never meant to hurt their feelings.
So you can see that, we take a lot of these books that especially have inclusive messages. That's very important for us to make sure that children with differences and challenges see themselves in these books. So it's and with the music, with the professional narrators that we use, because a lot of them are volunteers. Many of the narrators are blind themselves or have visual issues. I make sure to hire a lot of narrators who happen to have low eyesight or are blind, and we're employing members of the visually challenged community also.
Wow. So it's a double wow.
Yeah, it's a win
Even
for
a
everybody.
win-win.
And as I mentioned, our audio editor, Tristan, who's been blind since birth, is a Pro Tools expert. And he knows the audio editing part backwards and forwards, and does a wonderful job. So he is my full-time audio editor too.
Oh wow. Wow, this is so incredible. Thank you for sharing. I know a lot about books, but not that much. Like writing and guiding and yeah, all that process. And actually, for my book, I use the same editor as you, Richard. Laura, right?
Laura Bingham, yes.
Yeah. And then I had Cheryl Devon doing. I want her to do one more. You know, check everything and proofwriting,
Yes,
proofreading. Yeah,
yes,
and it's really amazing to just discover so many talented people who can support you in the process. And it really took me a long time to understand, but I'm so happy I did. And now I'm helping other people to do so. We can do it together. We don't need
yes.
to do it by ourselves. So it's really, really amazing.
And of course, I want to make sure that
Yes.
everybody gets a chance to see your book. So
Ah,
found it here, and
I already missed it. I missed my book already. No, I'm kidding.
here we go.
Ruby Puppy was fast asleep when a boom gave her quite a leap. She trembled, tucked under her bed. I'm too scared, little Ruby said. But out in the barn, her friends all knew there's nothing brave Ruby can't do. Oh, Ruby, don't you fear, we're all beside you, standing near. Even when the night feels long, we'll face it together, brave and strong. Rooster crowed it, it's just the breeze, rustling leaves up in the trees. Horse gave Ruby a gentle neigh. We're here, we've got you, you're safe. Ruby smiled, though she still shook. Her friends gave her courage she never knew she took. Ruby whispered, it's okay, I'll try again, I'll be brave today. And with a wag and a tiny yawn, she felt at peace as night moved on.
Thank you.
Ruby
Oops.
Pop.
It's a book you can dance to now.
Yeah, thank you. This is so amazing. I actually did on Saturday morning. I'm like, "Ah." I don't need much to start dancing, as you know, Richard.
Yeah.
But I was like, "Ah."
Yeah.
This is so amazing. So for that book, I use Pavani as an illustrator,
hmm
but I do know Barbara, and she's
Yes.
amazing. So yeah,
She's
so
amazing
many
too.
talented people, so many talented. This is so fun to be part of all that. Seriously, I'm so grateful to know you, and really super
Oh,
amazing.
thank you.
You're really, really an inspiration. And I want to do, for sure, I need to do more children book and more illustration and more stuff, of course.
Okay.
Of course I do. But yes, so I don't know if you have more to share or to say or.
Yeah, no, just, if your followers, especially if they're illustrated book authors, would like to contact me, it's
Yeah.
Richard at theaudiobookwizard.com. So hopefully easy to remember. And my website is theaudiobookwizard.com, which I am revising because I want a better look. But that is where you can actually purchase the music videos or purchase making your book into an accessible audiobook or video book with American Sign Language. So it's theaudiobookwizard.com.
Okay. And can you show us your book, Richard?
I can probably find it. Let's
Okay.
see
I would
if
love
we can
that
do
because
that.
I have it
Okay.
somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
we've got all these books. Let's see here.
we have so many books.
Um,
It's so amazing.
where's mine?
And you have your
There's so
YouTube
many.
channel.
Oh, here's a little preview.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
Be careful what you wish for. Princess Claudia tells her guide owl Iris that she's worried her birthday party will be rained out. So she orders me, Fumbledore, a wizard, to make all the clouds go away. Not even Chrissy the cat cumulus cloud could convince her of their importance. Oh dear, waving all the clouds away can have consequences. Without clouds, the princessdom is drying out. The forest behind the castle starts to burn. Can I cast a spell to bring back Gale the whale cloud to help put out the fire? Claudius, return us, and don't let it burn us. Will the princess change her mind and save the princessdom? Find out in The Day the Clouds Went Away. So Barbara Auszeric did that trailer because she knows animation and really put that one together. It's a little more expensive than the ones that do
Wow.
music, but yeah,
Oh my God. Okay, so now, Richard, I want you to have a movie, like in the movie theater for
yeah,
children. That's what
yes,
I'm expecting from you right now. Okay, just after that, I'm like, okay, where
yeah.
is your movie and where are we coming? Oh my,
We can turn
oh,
the books into the movies and yeah,
oh
and of
wow, this
course,
is crazy.
that's me as Fumbledore, Claudius disappearance, yes,
I
and
love it so much. You know, when it's your book, I think it's a special connection. Like
yes.
it's a really, and I can feel that. I'm like, oh wow. I feel the personal connection with that, and I think it's all the beauty, even better, if even much like I don't know. I cannot do that for my own book because my accent, and so I won't read my book on an audiobook. A
Un-
lot of people say just do it. I'm like no,
uh,
because no,
unless, Adelia,
unless
you
yes.
do the book in French.
Ooh la la! Love
So
it.
we have, perhaps another English-speaking professional narrator do the version in English, but you voice the French version.
Oh my goodness. Yes. And I can do it in Hebrew too. So, yeah. Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, and you've got, your microphone and your setup, and I can do the audio editing to make it sound really good, take out some of the echo
Yeah.
behind you when you're in a big space and
Oh,
things
wow.
like that, and do a French version. Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Okay. We need to talk. We need to talk. We need a date, coffee
Yeah,
date
yeah.
or something. Oh, wow. No, because I really think everything is amazing and everything is wow. And I love it as an author. I want not just my book, but all the book. as much as possible. Like you
Yeah.
don't want just your book to be out there everywhere, but also like you said, the message is so important. It's not just about my book, it's about the message behind the book. It's mostly because of the message, right? It's not
Yes.
about us, it's about our message. And it's so important. But I really believe and feel like when it's your book, you do your, oh my gosh, it's like,
Yeah.
wow, okay,
And what I
okay.
notice, when you're talking about the messages behind the books, it's best not to hit your readers over the head with it. Not to be so obvious that there's a big message behind this book.
No, no, no. Yeah,
It
of
helps
course.
to be a little more subtle. And I
Yeah, of
think
course.
that the best books that I've seen are the
Yeah,
ones that, um, have the message being very, very subtle, but they do need a message.
yeah,
I've run across books that Grandpa goes to Walmart, and that it's just not an exciting children's book.
yeah.
It's just
But, but,
there's no message involved in that. It's just like
yeah, no,
okay,
no.
it's pictures of Grandpa
Yeah,
and his grandchild, and they
yeah,
go to
no.
Walmart and they have a lot of fun, and it's like seriously.
I think, yeah, absolutely. No, I think, no, no, absolutely I agree. And about that, about the message. So let's talk about the message a little bit.
Hmm.
Like you say, it doesn't need to be like, here is a
In your
message.
face, yes.
Yeah, no. But, and I don't think my message is like, in my book, is like, here, take
Yeah.
it.
No.
But, and you know what is important? I think it's like painting or anything else. And I have actually a super short story about my father-in-law. He was really a good, amazing artist,
Hmm.
and we used to do show and everything together in Tel Aviv, back in Israel. And one day I did a I put all his painting, exposition, and one lady came and looked at the painting for a few minutes, and after a few minutes, I just introduced myself. Hi, I'm Adelia, and do you have a question? And the artist is just here if you need anything. And she told me something, and I was like, she told me, "Wow, this is the most beautiful blue elephant I ever saw." And I'm like, "Okay," and I'm like, "Okay, blue elephant, okay." And so I introduced her to my father-in-law. They talked for a few minutes, and then she went. She's like, okay, bye, okay. And then I asked my father-in-law, I'm like, what blue elephant? It's not an elephant. It's blue. It's not an
Yeah.
elephant. And he told me something so important. Is like, I created that painting, and now she can see whatever she need to see,
Yeah.
and it's not my job. My job was already, I done my job, and so she can see whatever she needs to see right now. And if she needs a big blue elephant in her life, it's totally fine with me. And so I think that's the same as our message. Like, not in your face, but yes, I do have a
Yes.
message,
Hmm.
but maybe someone else will take my message in another way. I don't know. I won't ask everyone, so, what was my message?
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know? So, it's not a test, but we need to allow our reader to take whatever they need
Yes.
from our message. So,
Yes. No, that's a great point. One other thing to mention is the project I'm working on now. We just got
yes.
crowdfunded for,
Oh,
and
wow.
that is we're taking the original Wonderful Wizard of Oz book and
Mm.
we're making that accessible. But we're doing it uniquely. It's an entirely blind or low vision cast of voice actors.
Oh,
So
wow.
all of the actors are either blind or low vision. Our Dorothy is actually Aria Mia Loberti, who starred in All the Light We Cannot See on the series on Netflix. So she is our Dorothy. We
Oh, wow.
have, one of the guy who played the blind alien on the latest Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. He is our Scarecrow.
Oh,
We have
wow.
two Broadway actors who are part of the
Ooh.
cast.
Oh,
So once I spread the word out that we were going to make The Wizard of Oz accessible, for we're going to add the sign language and audio description of the pictures. So that should be out first quarter, probably by April.
oh,
That we'll
wow.
get that all done because it's like producing a movie. It's over 4 hours long because it has much more than was in the movie itself. The Dorothy goes many different places in the book, but we've actually made it a little more child friendly
Okay.
because the original book is actually pretty violent.
I
Uh,
know.
I mean, besides melting the witch, the Tin Man is chopping up wolves, and the Scarecrow is setting things on fire, and it just, it's like, well, maybe we can just make it a little friendlier.
Yeah. Adjust a little bit. Yeah.
For the children that we're
Yeah.
we're making it for. But that's the accessible, wonderful Wizard of Oz, and that will be out on. We'll of course put the audio version on Audible, and I am creating a subscription channel for all of these videos so that with on the DCMP channel, you have to register and you have to qualify as a blind or deaf person or somebody with some sort of challenge or a parent of that child or a teacher of that child. So I want to expand it beyond that and just make it a monthly subscription. So I'm working on that right now
Oh, wow.
to have it. The some will be on YouTube and some will be on the subscription channel. I can talk.
Yeah.
I only do it for a living. The subscription channel uh, on Vimeo. So that will be done, by the first of the year. So more people will have access to all of these videos and
Yeah.
audiobooks.
Wow. And where can your book is on Amazon, right?
My book is on Amazon
Okay.
and also on okiebees.com, which is a small bookstore that we're supporting and want to make sure that people can go directly there, especially if they'd rather not buy from Amazon. Some people prefer not to. Support your local bookstores.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's there, and the YouTube channel is going to be at Audiobook Wizard
Okay.
on YouTube,
Perfect.
so
Perfect.
that people will be able to find it there.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was a really, really incredible. I'm impressed. I have so many questions, but I think we will do it just,
Yes,
tell us.
one-on-one over coffee.
Oh, yes, for sure. Like way too much, too many questions. So thank you so much for being here today with us. Let's talk about writing, how to publish and write, publish, and audiobook, and so many other stuff behind all that.
Yeah,
This is was oh my goodness. Okay, it was incredible, and I'm really really impressed and also emotional, of course, because I really feel that all that light and beauty, and I think it's we need that. We need a lot of that,
yeah.
a lot of light and beauty.
And when
Yeah,
you create music like that, you're bringing a little more joy into the world,
absolutely.
and kids just bop along to them, and it's a lot of fun to see.
Yeah, me too. I'm
Kids
like,
and
yeah,
adults too, yes.
yeah. I'm like, yeah.
Well,
And
thank you
and
so much,
you're
Delia, for having me on. I
you're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
I will
And
let you know if someone have question by
okay,
email.
Richard at theaudiobookwizard.com if people have questions.
Perfect. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Uh, oh.